Welcome back to The Way We Farm. On today's episode of Tom's Toys, we're going to talk about our 2002 Peterbilt 379, when we got it and what we've done to it, what we do with it. And it's an interesting story, I think. So follow along and put in the comments, do you have a truck? What brand? What model? What year? And what do you do with it? And how many do you have? We've got 3 Peterbilts. We got 1978, a 2000, and this 2002. One's a 359, and these two are 379. So we're going to give you a quick tour of it, talk about it, and yeah, let me know what you drive. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and yeah, as always, great week to feed the world. So I don't know exactly how many miles are on this truck. They had changed the speedometer before I got it. But in the winter of 2015, a friend of mine in Pennsylvania owned this 379, and he called me up and he said, hey, would you be interested in buying my old Peterbilt? And I had never seen this truck, actually. He was out of Pennsylvania. We farm up here in Western New York. So he sent me some pictures of it. I come home from work. That's when I still had a day job. Come home from work and said to my wife, hey, our friend Dave's got his Peterbilt for sale. And she's like, well, I don't know. What color is it? And I said, black. And she said, let's buy it. I'm like, you haven't even seen it yet. She's like, I don't care. We're going to buy it. So long story short, we bought it. It did not have a wet kit on it. A wet kit is hydraulics to run a dump trailer and or this is a lowboy we got hooked to it now. I'll go to the back of the truck and show you the wet kit we put on it. So we ended up going to Pennsylvania. Troy and I drove down. I think it was on April Fool's Day, as a matter of fact. Brought this old truck home, and we put it to use on the farm. That following winter, we started hauling road salt. So in Western New York, they use a lot of salt on the road to keep the road safe. So the salt mine's 18 miles from here. So we started hauling road salt, and so basically, sorry about the sun. So basically in the months of December, January, February, March, we would leave out of here. I'd leave out about 5 in the morning, go down the salt mine, get loaded. A lot of nights we came back, we were preloaded for morning. We'd put the truck in the heated shop with the trailer, and then we would haul road salt basically all over the state of New York. Sometimes it was right local. Sometimes it was 7 hours away, all the way down towards New York City and all the way up towards Vermont and all over the place. So it was a good little sideline. We did that for 6 years. I did it for 4 years by myself. Then Troy got old enough. We bought him a Peterbilt. We'll show you that next week. And so Troy started hauling salt with me, and we did that for 2 years. The last 2 winters, we didn't have time. Our farm's getting bigger. We got too much shop work to do. So in New York State, I prefer to run tri-axle trailer. I also have a quad axle trailer. So we were able to we were legally able to get permits, an overweight permit, which basically is paying your overweight fine up front. You get a permit for $900, and you could haul 107,000 pounds legally. So this is one of our trailers. This is a 36-foot tri-axle. We have a 36-foot quad axle. So we're going to show you the wet kit and explain to you a little bit more about the old Black Pete. So forgive my dirty cab, but this is what the Pete looked like when I bought it. It needs a dusting and a cleaning. We need to get it in the shop. My beautiful bride needs to clean it up. I don't even know what's on the passenger seat. A bunch of junk. Not too bad. So this truck has a sleeper. We do not need sleepers. We do not go far enough from home to need a sleeper. But it came with a sleeper. The price was right. The truck was clean and nice. It's got a Cat C15 motor jacked up to 600 horsepower. So we ended up buying this truck with a 10-speed transmission. It's only got little 22-inch tires on her. Troy's truck's got 24s. So we need to replace this strap on this wet kit. But there's a pump down on the transmission, hydraulic tank. Here's a fitting for a dump trailer, and there's a return line. So if you're pulling like a manure trailer or a lowboy or something, you need a return line. This is what you call a dual line wet kit. So we added that to it when we got it. And cool old truck. Yeah, the make it happen's a little bigger than I anticipated, but that's okay. We got a little, so God made a farmer on the side. And yeah, pretty cool old truck. So this truck is considered a long hood. Hi, Tom. So this is a long hood. So it's got a big hood. Troy's Peterbilt's got the big hood. Our 359 has a smaller hood. So this has got a 600 horsepower C15 Cat twin turbo motor. Some people say these motors are junk with the twin turbos, but I really love the power it's got. I really love how well it runs. Winter of 2019, blew the head gasket. Troy pulled it in, pulled the head off it. We found out the motor had already been counterbored. They bore around where the liners go. Took the motor out, took it to our friends at Cal Diesel. They put in new pieces of, I believe, cast iron in the block, counterbored them, put it back together, and she runs good. At the same time, we put a brand new 18-speed transmission in the old girl, a new radiator, and she is good to go. Threw a couple new windows on it. Yeah, she's got a little rust there on the cab corner or whatever, but someday we'd like to repaint it, but it's kind of a low priority right now. So we haul our own wheat, we haul our own soybeans, our own corn. There's our storage bin. So in the wintertime, we haul the corn out to the ethanol plant or the feed mills. So we haul our grain into the grain dryer, we haul it back out. We do a little bit of lowboy work, got an old beat up lowboy. We do a little bit of lowboy work for ourselves, not much custom hire. And we got a flatbed trailer. We got a couple fertilizer tanks on that we use. So we love the old Pete. I love it. It's just so cool. When we first started looking for trucks in 2010, we bought our first, the old Pete. Go back and watch one of the old episodes. The old 359's in there. We bought that on New Year's Eve. It would have been the beginning of 2011. And Diane said, why do you have to have a Peterbilt? I don't know. I just can't help it. I love Peterbilts. They're cool. They're all good. All trucks are good. All are fine. I'm not going to pick on any brand. Okay, maybe a Volvo. But trucks are cool. We love them. We love the Peterbilts. Here comes a neighbor with his Kenworth coming down the road right now. So we've been very fortunate to have a couple of great trucks. It's changed our farming business. Our farm ground was just too far away. I'll wave to the neighbor, see if he toots. Nope, he don't see me out here. Our farmland is just too far away. We can't use wagons. We can't use six-wheelers. We didn't want to use 10-wheelers. So legally, we can haul about 1,200 bushel in these trucks, and they just work phenomenal for us. So like I said earlier, put a comment in. Let us know what kind of trucks you use, what kind of weight you can haul in your state. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time on The Way We Farm.